Hello there, Scorpio. This is Olivia from DOS Tarot. I am here to do your week 3 of September reading. The Soul Journey card that came out was failure, and I thought, uh-oh. But it says that I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. Isn't that the truth? Except who likes to make mistakes? But sometimes that's the only way to learn so that we can better ourselves and be more prepared for the next situation that comes along. But anyway, with that said, I see that the Hermit card is on your side, Scorpio. This tells me that you've decided to go within because you're looking for answers about something that probably happened prior to this reading. There was something that, there's something that you're questioning. And you might be questioning yourself about the way you are or about the way you act or something on that nature. And you want to find out what that truth is by going into this hangman mode to kind of get enlightened about it. Internally, you're looking for answers, and then also spiritually or divinely, you're also looking for answers. So we'll have to see what that's about. But you feel like there wasn't a victory for whatever this situation was. And also, this is just a delay, so don't worry too much about this. This is an internal victory, but it can also be something that you want to brag about to others. Not in a boastful way, but just in a, an appreciative way of what you've accomplished. And there's something about a Page of Cups, somebody that's younger than you that has, their emotions are immature, and so they don't really know how to act, and they probably don't know how to express them for sure, because I see no communications here. But whoever this person is, they're younger than you, or could be younger than you. They're attention seeking also. It's like the first time that they felt emotions, now that they've felt them, they want to explore them, but they don't understand them, if that makes sense. But they want some attention in the reverse. They're looking for attention. And they also are dreamers. So if this is a love connection or a new beginning of one, just be a little leery of it. Ask a lot of questions of this person. And maybe this is what this is leading to. Maybe you're trying to figure out what this person is all about. Don't turn it into, well, if you turn it into a failure, it'll end up being an opportunity to learn a lesson, which would be good. And perhaps this person could learn from you. It might be hurtful, but they could learn their lessons as well. There's probably a reason why the two of you, whoever your Scorpio, whoever your person is, and this is just the energy. It's just not necessarily a person yet. But your energy over here and their energy here, you two might be meeting for a lesson to be learned in life. So don't consider this a failure, because I have a feeling this is a bigger learning than just a karmic lesson. I think it's more of a life lesson. Okay. And then, of course, whoever the person is over here, this could be a male or female, and this could be a male. It doesn't matter. You guys will have to determine that for yourselves. But whoever your person is over here, they feel like the Empress or the Emperor. They feel like they've got their self in control. They know what they're doing. They've got things in order. They're balanced. And I have a feeling that whoever this person is, they're watching you on like social media. They're watching you so that they can take mental observation to see how you're responding to something. You're definitely being watched. And there's no communication. So I don't know if this person is with you, or is this something where one lives one place and one lives somewhere else. I don't know yet. But definitely, like I said earlier, there's no communications from either way, forwards or backwards. And somebody on this side is starting to feel discontent. They're thinking to themselves that, you know what? I've had many relationships before, and I've not found one yet that is going to teach me or enlighten me. And then the hand of the divine is trying to give you a cup, and it could possibly have a soulmate in it, and you still don't, whoever your person is, they still don't recognize that. It's like they're fed up. This card has been coming out so much lately. It's amazing. But anyway, let's see. Oh, what's on the bottom of the deck? Oh, there's going to be an ending of something. The Ten of Swords. This is like a near death. Although from the nape of his neck all the way down his spine. That's what we call in tarot a near-death experience, because there's been so much hurt, and it's very likely there's been some betrayal of friends and family even. And that could be the way you're feeling, Scorpio. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Let's look at the Hermit and the Hangman. Those are two that are so similar, except the information coming from the Hermit is what you're looking for here, and from here is what you're looking for from the divine. You're looking to be enlightened. You want to know more truth than what you probably already know. It's interesting that there's gold slippers and a gold halo, and the Hermit's got the gold wand and the light, the golden light. Tells me that there's a divine connection for both. Because the Hermit, as you can see, he has a white beard. He's old. He's learned a lot of lessons. It could almost be like your inner soul. Interesting. Somebody's wanting to open up and express themselves, or to let something out. Maybe Scorpio, you did get enlightened about something, and maybe it's about loosening some of your money, or it could be opening your heart and your mind so that you can figure out, you might have to open your heart and your mind in order to be enlightened, both by the Hermit and the Hangman. Because if you're closed off all the time, then nothing you get from either one of these cards, they're just going to reflect off of that coin and go somewhere else, dissipate. You have to remove the shields before you can get answers, even if you're asking within yourself. We can't always, I know you have that hard, crusty shell, Scorpio, and you got that soft, gooey meat inside of you, which is tender and vulnerable, but you got to let that shell let loose a little bit. Okay, let's see what this victory is that you feel that you've missed it, or it's just on delay. Maybe it's just on delay until you figure out this situation. Well, that wanted to come out. Now, the Six of Cups in reverse. Now, this talks about somebody from your past. And with it being in the reverse, it talks about remembering all the good times and not necessarily the bad times with somebody from your past. It could be your past childhood, a past life. It could be somebody that's during your high school years or whatever. But somebody from your past is this person here, and this is why you're not getting a victory, because you've got something that's blocking you besides your coins. But you are loosening up with this in reverse. So don't think that those are being reflected. But it's best to let that happen once in a while. But this here is definitely some kind of obstacle that's in the way of It's on the way of a victory, and it's on the way of some kind of emotional connection here. It's like you need to let something go. Maybe that's what this Ten of Swords is going to end up being. Because whatever's here is for you, Scorpio, not necessarily for your person over here. All right, let's look and see what the Empress with the Page of Swords is about. Oh, the Hermit. So the Hermit is here too. That is so interesting. At least you guys both understand the work that's needed whenever there's something that's not balanced. And this person has learned that lesson too, that they know that they need to go within themselves in order to get answers. Because who better yet is, who's going to be better at telling you if you're not able to go within yourself and get the answers for yourself? It's almost like when you do this kind of energy, this Hermit, it's almost like going in and talking to your soul, because your soul keeps a record of everything that goes on in your life, because eventually that gets brought to heaven. And then this talking to the soul, to me personally, is way more direct and quicker, because you can ask right before you go to bed, if you have a very specific, well thought out question that will help you get a load of information, or at least potential, then by morning you'll end up waking up and having an answer. But you've got to be open to that and believe that. You can't just say, I want to know this, good night, I'll see you in the morning. No. You have to have a belief that you will get an answer. Because internally, that's what we're doing when we're looking inside, is we're talking to our soul. And there could even be a whisper in the night that gives you an answer. And if I were you, if you get a whisper in the night, I would recommend getting up and writing that down on a notepad or something, because you will forget by morning. Because it's like 10 minutes after you get a message like that, it's gone. We can't, our mind capacity can't hang on to something like that, because we're in a kind of sleep that will erase it. All right, let's find out about this no communications and the Four of Cups. There has to be a decision here. A decision. There's going to have to be communications before a decision can be made. I can tell you that right now, because your person over here is definitely discontent. They may be looking outside of themselves, or looking somewhere else for a relationship. It's this kind of energy here that gets people in trouble, because they are discontent in a situation that they're in, and it might cause them to drift and go somewhere else. So just be aware of that. All right, let's see what links these two together. You both need to manifest. And it's funny that you both have the Hermit. So maybe after you go within, maybe the two of you, after doing your internal work, will be able to get your own individual answers, and then together with that you can manifest. But you still need to communicate, because somebody, I think, is thinking about possibly something else. One or two. It's either this or that, or you or them. It could be that kind of energy. And the last card, the King of Swords. The King of Swords is somebody with authority. Usually when they speak, you better listen, because it's important and it's straight talk. It's right down to the point. And it could be that you both end up having this energy when you do decide to talk. Something needs to be released here. I kind of wonder if this isn't the thorn in the whole card reading. To me, it just feels like this is something that's a thorn for sure on your side, Scorpio. But obviously this person may feel it or think that there is something wrong. It's something that you need to really look at honestly and remove this blockage. Because every time you think about it, everything that you were planning gets reversed. And sometimes the reverse is a lot worse than the upright, especially with this one. Let's clarify the Ten of Swords. And there could be definitely an ending here. Tens are endings. But the sun will come out. With that there, this tells me that you guys are somehow going to figure it out on your own. Together. Not on your own, but together. But it needs to be done. Don't delay that, because this sun card, this is like a brand new beginning and a growth. And it's the happiest card in the deck. So by the time you guys get all of this worked out, you will have success. There will be growth. There's definitely happiness, new beginnings. And it also talks about your inner child being released. And you guys probably have that ability to release your inner child. And maybe that's what brought you two together to begin with. Sometimes that inner child is more powerful than we think. We forget to let them out and play. Let them loose. And then there's the Three of Pentacles. This talks about two or more people collaborating, which to me sounds like you guys are going to end up getting back. You're going to get yourselves back to the way you should be, and then you're going to come back together the way you were, or better. I think it's going to end up being better. Because this is collaborating. This is working on a project. And this is also a spiritual card. Because there may be some spirituality that starts to bubble out. Maybe by the time you guys work through this situation, you'll feel a whole lot of difference in yourselves. All right, Scorpio. Oh, wait. I did go ahead and pull the Ten of Swords. No, wait. The Ten of Wands. You're working too hard. The angels are asking you to find a healthy balance between your career and your personal life. Be willing to ask for help from others in order to lighten your load so that you can take better care of yourself. Straining to make others happy can be harmful to your health. Woo! Isn't that the truth? Somebody in this reading is working way too hard. Don't neglect your family. All right, that's what I have for you, Scorpio. I will see you next week. And until then, namaste.